She wasn't wanted. At least, that's what she always believed. As a newborn, she was abandoned in a cardboard box outside a hospital. No note, no name, just a tiny baby girl left in the cold. The nurses called her Jane. She grew up in foster care, moving from home to home, never knowing who she really was. Jane never had a place to call home. Some foster families were kind, but others treated her like an extra mouth to feed. She learned not to get too comfortable because, sooner or later, she'd have to pack up and leave again. School wasn't any better. Other kids had parents who helped with homework and came to school events. Jane had no one. She felt invisible. At 18, she aged out of the system. No family, no support. Just a small bag of clothes and a few dollars in her pocket. One evening, a man in a suit knocked on the door of Jane's tiny apartment. His name was Mr. Jenkins, a lawyer from a faraway country. "I've been looking for you for a long time, Jane," he said. "You're not who you think you are." Jane laughed. "I'm just some foster kid. Nobody's looking for me." But Mr. Jenkins had proof. He showed her documents, photos, and finally, a DNA test. Jane was the lost daughter of the King and Queen of Azalea, a small kingdom. She had been kidnapped as a baby. Her parents had searched for her for years, but eventually, hope faded. They never imagined she'd be found living in a city halfway across the world. Jane was flown to Azalea, a place she had never heard of. The palace was huge, marble floors, golden chandeliers, servants everywhere. It felt like a dream. Her parents, the king and queen, ran to hug her. Her younger brother, the prince, stared at her like she was a stranger. And in truth, she was. For the first time, Jane had a real family. But she didn't feel like she belonged. Being a princess wasn't just about wearing pretty dresses. There were rules, traditions, and endless lessons on history and politics. She had to learn how to stand, how to speak, even how to smile properly. She hated it. She wasn't used to people deciding what she should wear, say, or do. And the people of Azalea weren't sure about her either. A lost princess who had grown up as an ordinary girl. Some thought she was a fraud. Others didn't want her there at all. Her brother, the prince, didn't make things easier. He had spent his whole life preparing to rule, and now Jane's return had changed everything. Jane missed her old life, even if it had been lonely. She missed wearing jeans and eating fast food. She missed the freedom to be herself. But she also knew what it was like to have nothing. And here, in Azalea, she had a family, a home, and a chance to do something meaningful. So,